I'm Katie Vega. I'm a media artist and an amateur poet. This is a message to you, the few who don't believe the world is at your fingertips because you've already grabbed it with your fist, and fabric between fingers, friction that lingers, no voice in your head says stop, while mine can't sound the warning fast enough. The poem is called Corduroy Skirt. It was kind of like, it started out as a class assignment, but then it became like a way to cope or filter through like certain emotions that I experienced when I was younger. So it's about, in second grade, I was sexually assaulted for the first time. So it just like kind of goes through the events in a more abstract way. Cleanup time after crafts, and that stupid round table lies between us. Me and my corduroy skirt, and you and your ignorance. Me and my innocence that I wanted to keep wearing at least until my age was in double digits. And I'm sorry you were mistaken and took mine because you had lost yours, but innocence cannot change hands. Little hands aren't meant to tug at corduroy skirts that aren't theirs. I kind of just like start writing. I have a lot of poems in my notes, so I like go off of previous ideas that I have in there, and then just like build off of it. I like writing at night in the dark. Writing in general, I guess just like writer's block is hard because like it's like an obstacle that you can't see and like doesn't have a reason, so it's hard to overcome that kind of obstacle. And then with this piece, just the subject matter is difficult to talk about in front of like other people or to perform it, so that made it hard. This is a message to you, the two who don't believe in the word no, because if you did, this wouldn't have happened. A corduroy skirt, eyes that avert, little boys with ignorance took a little girl's innocence. I found the YouTube channel Button Poetry, and that was just like, whoa, like, I think it's a really amazing art form because it's so raw and like true to what like the emotions of the poets are, like political things, or it feels very true, like it's not filtered, and I think that's what drew me to it. This poem is like, there's like a little bit of rhyming in it, I guess, to like give it flow, and I wrote it in like a bunch of different stanzas, and like each one kind of like talks about a different part of it, and there's like a repetition of a certain line in it that, I don't know, makes it more musical. And what they say is true. First is the worst because that time is robbery, but second is never best because that time is betrayal of what I thought was a standing contract of one and done. But I'm still fearfully waiting for third with the hairy chest because 1 in 4 women are raped and I have 3 sisters. I don't know if I could have like a favorite anything about this poem just because of like the subject. It's hard to say that something like that is your favorite, but I guess I like the lines that like make people be like, whoa, you know? Mm-hmm. Like I performed this at Intermedia during the open mic night, and there are like certain lines where like people would snap or like have a reaction. I guess I like those because it feels like I'm connecting to an audience. A mind that brews hate and impulses that have never known weight, who told you this was okay. And when we grow up, the attacks get worse because little boys with ignorance become men with hate. Little girls with innocence become women with fear, wincing on the street from the words that we hear. Keys clutched between knuckles at bus stops because we're afraid to just wait. A culture that insists on the perpetuation of rape, and a president who says it's okay. I haven't done anything since then, but like I said, my notes on my phone are just like full of little snippets of poems, so hopefully I'll bring them together and make another spoken word.